Hello, and welcome to another episode of What DoMe Does, featuring Miss DoMe Moore and Jay.
Okay, so my question was, since our first episode, how many podcasts have you listened to?
Have we done? Just one?
No, just how many have you listened to?
None. Except for the Instagram ones, but I don't know if that's considered a podcast, though.
It's more like a social media post.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got to up our game, go.
Okay.
Got to up it. Because this is the second episode, right?
Yeah.
So we should.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so the feedback's in from our first episode. How do you think we did?
Yeah, I think we did good. I mean, some people that I talked to that said they listened to it, they gave me a like and everything.
Yeah.
So
do you think it was a
I
sympathy
think it was,
like?
they said they liked it, they enjoyed it, you know?
I didn't get such positive feedback.
Okay.
So I'm going to be honest about it, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was our
yeah.
first episode.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it sounds like we're recording in your dining room right now.
Yeah.
Because we are.
Yes, we are in the dining room, yes.
We're working with what we have. And our production manager's not here, so this is just going to be audio. I'm messing with the gain on this. Totally fucking it up. But
We
okay.
don't want people to see what I look like out of drag.
You look the same, actually. Just kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to redeem ourselves. We don't have the video that make us look as awkward, so you can just cringe through the audio.
Yes.
This
Can
time.
imagine what we look like. We're sitting here in our underwear.
Yeah, oh my God. And they called us the Boo Crew. They call us the Do Crew. They call us the Boo Crew. So we got to make this interesting or funny or whatever. So I'm owning up to it. It was our first go. I think this is whatever.
Yeah.
We'll just keep building it going. That's all we could do.
If we beeped it up, we're all right.
Right now. We could beep it up anyways. Okay. All right. So this month's February for Valentine's Day. So we're going to talk about, I don't know, love, dating.
The life
Lack
of
of
dating
it.
a drag queen, or lack of, yes.
And we have chocolates here that we're going to eat. You guys can't
Yes.
see it.
We've already had 2 pieces of chocolate apiece, so we're going to have one more.
Of course. I always pick the gross ones.
Yes, if you hear some chewing, you know what we're doing. We're just chewing.
It's do me. Trust me. Okay.
Oh, this is a creamy one.
I'm just not good.
You don't like the creamy feeling?
I do, but that was not what I got. Mine was not that. Okay. So dating, I mean, I do have interest in that for a drag queen, but I mean, I guess we kind of have to kind of go back to with my interest is because, no offense, grandma, but you're a little out there. So things have changed.
Yeah.
But in the very beginning, like, did your dating life change at all? Like as soon as you put that wig on and that lipstick, did it change?
Yes, a lot changed, you know, because a lot of guys, they're like, they say they're like, oh yeah, I'm cool about that, and then a lot of times you don't hear back from them. My phone.
Oh yeah, silence that.
Or they don't hear you. You don't hear back from them, and so I don't know what it is. I mean, some people have the luck; they get the right guy that it doesn't matter if you're male or female or however you identify, you know. And then there's some that are just like, oh, you want to be a woman. It's like, no, I have respect for a woman, but it's not something that I want to do or be. And, you know, that's just not me. But there are some guys that are really cool about it. Or if they talk to me, they're like, oh, when I meet you, are you going to be in drag? And I'd be like, no, you don't want all that on your pillowcase.
Okay, but yeah, I mean, there's like a variety of people that like a variety of things. But as a drag queen, do you feel that if, like in the beginning or even now or whatever, do you think the appeal is that you're a man dressed as a woman, or is that what mostly you get attractions from, or is it just people that are like, hey, you're kind of cool and you do drag?
Random. I think a lot of it on the hookup sites, Grindr, Scruff, or whatever's out there. I'm very honest about it. I'm not gonna, you know, candy coat it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm very say, hey, you know, I am a dude. I said, you know, but I do drag for charity. And they're just like, oh, that's fun. And then they'll want to see pictures, of course. And I'd show them, and they're just like, oh, that's hot. And
What kind of pictures do you share on a dating site of you in drag?
yeah.
No, what kind?
They just want to, grinder. They just want to see what I look like.
But I mean, are you in like a lingerie or are you
Oh
just
no, I'm just a face. That's all they're gonna see of that part.
it's not in your locked pictures isn't of you and
No.
DoMe and
I mean, there are out there, but not while I'm in drag though. DoMe does Dallas and all that stuff.
DoMe does Scruff. So what are your screen names on Scruff, Grinder?
It's just simple as Paul.
Oh, it's easy, yeah. Do people ever pick up on it that you've never seen before? Like, hey, I recognize you. You're DoMe.
Some think they've met me. They're just like, oh, you have a feature that looks familiar. Have we met before? And I'd be like, I don't know. Where do you hang out? and then eventually the conversation goes on. Then I tell them, I'll say, yeah, I host Drag Queen Bingo. You probably see me at the bars. And they're just like, oh, that's you? And then that's it.
Block.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice talking to you. See ya.
Swipe. Oh,
But
do you get a lot of that though? Do you get?
I do. I get a lot of hit-ons and everything. When I'm in drag, though, I get a lot of the older gentlemen, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm flattered and everything, but it's just I don't want them too young, but I don't want them too Social Security age.
Yeah, but you know what? I get a lot of old gentlemen too, so I don't know if that has anything. I think it's just older guys are more bold to maybe.
I like them younger so I can train them, or they could teach me new tricks. One of the two.
How often does that happen?
Not very often.
No. When's the last time you went on a date?
Nope.
Girl, you better quiet that. Put that on mute.
And it's not even Grinder,
I know. It's not fitting the theme. Mute that shit.
We are going to turn you off.
Oh, Paul.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So when was the last time you went on a date?
What year is it?
Circa 2020.
Oh my gosh. I do have a special friend. He comes up once in a while.
So you
my
got
God.
friends with benefits.
Yes. No, whenever he's in town and wants to, entertain me.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that because I have some questions on that too. But when's the last time you actually went on a date?
It's been probably about 4 or 5 years.
Really?
Yeah. It's a dry spell.
Does it go in like
more of a
spells like
drought.
that? A couple of years?
Yeah, it's more of a drought.
Well, you're in California, so
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just went out on some, very casual dates, dinner and a movie type of thing. And it's just, they just want to be friends. And I'm just like, okay, that's cool. You never have enough friends.
Yeah.
And so that's about as far as that went.
Okay, well, that's kind of sad. I mean, that was the whole topic was like with the dating of a drag queen. But I'm not getting anything from you. That's okay.
It is very sad, but there are a lot of queens out there that have no problem finding the right person that wants to be with both of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, we all watch RuPaul, right?
Yeah,
and there's some that look very handsome and very masculine out of drag.
Uh-huh.
So I can assume they don't have any. Let's talk about your friend then. So, would he be embarrassed if he heard this right now and he was like, "Oh shit, they're talking about me"?
Oh no, he probably would know. I just won't mention his name.
How often does he come?
Not as often as I'd like.
When I mean come here to visit.
Back in the day, he used to come almost every weekend to the house.
So why haven't you dated him? Why? I mean, there's obviously
he's not ready for a relationship. He's trying to discover himself. What he wants to do in his life and stuff like that. And we met at a store. And I just happened to have been in there getting some supplies. It was like one of those costume stores. And he walked in there before me with a female friend from what I can see from a distance. And I didn't pay much attention. And I'm in the store and I'm checking things out. And he come by and made a casual conversation. And totally not even thinking anything. And then as he was leaving, he goes, well, I'm leaving now. It was nice talking to you. And here's my number. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. And I didn't want to seem too aggressive. And so I waited until I got home and I sent him a text message and he responded back. And it was an outside area code. So he wasn't in the area and from the area. And then I just kind of said, hey, we met at the store. And he goes, yeah, I remember you and all this and that. He goes, what are you up to? And it also happened to have been Pride weekend. And and when we were talking, I told him, I said, well, I would get ready for Pride. It was a drag event. And then he was all, hey, that sounds cool. And then he goes, what are you doing later? And I was like, well, just getting ready for the event. And he goes, well, you mind if I come over? And I was like, well, sure, no problem. Gave him my address. About 3 or 4 hours later, he came by. And we sat and talked for hours. And then like about 2 or 3 in the morning, it was kind of like, oh, shoot, I got to get ready. I got to get up early to start getting ready. And then, but other things led to another and everything else. And after that, he just started coming up every weekend. And then we talked about, maybe having a future, of dating and stuff like that. And he just wasn't ready.
He said, no.
Yeah.
He said, no.
Yeah. And he's
Handle
come
the
to,
wigs.
yeah. He come to some of the events and stuff like that I was in drag at and helped with. But it's something that he didn't want to pursue. I mean, his family lives where he's at. And so he's close to the family and stuff like that. And I totally respect that. And so, but we communicate almost every other day,
That's sweet.
texting and stuff like that. And
sometimes, I have friends too that for years we've sexted or whatever, and it's just kind of one of those, kind of boosts your confidence a little bit.
Yeah.
But, and they're people that I care about. So,
oh, yeah.
But how long has this been going on, did you say?
Since 2010.
Oh, girl.
Yeah. I know. It's
Well,
been a
as
long
long
time.
as you're getting some. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's been a
all.
while. Ever since the prostate cancer, I ain't got nothing. So, but we keep saying we're going to get together, but his schedule and my schedule are just conflicting. So,
Do you think if you got a boyfriend that he would be jealous?
I don't know. I think he might understand.
Yeah.
Well,
he kinda has to,
I can't
maybe,
hold out
like
forever,
that. Right.
It's almost 90 and
You can put up forever, but hold out. We got to work on that. Okay. So what kind of topics do you have for the holiday? Since it's Valentine's Day, love.
I'm going to go to the movies.
What movies are you going to?
Oh, I'm a Captain America fan, so I got to go see the Captain America movie on Friday.
Oh, that comes out on Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
It's an appropriate date for myself. I'll buy myself a box of popcorn and some chocolate and then go to the movie.
I'm going to go watch Hard Eyes. It's a horror comedy rom-com.
Oh, very romantic.
Or horror rom-com. Yeah, I know, right? That's what I got going
That's
on.
wrong with a bunch of whores.
Yeah. No, actually, I'm house sitting, and I'm going to be with my best friend, Cinder. She's a little beautiful dog.
Oh,
Yeah, that's my
man's best friend is always a dog.
Well, it's my friend's best friend, but she's also my best friend. I know how sad it is when we get older. Actually, I don't even care anymore for like Valentine's Day. It's like, even if I was in a relationship, I don't want to go out. It's like fighting the crowds for a restaurant and paying twice for
Oh, it's even more than that.
same shit. Yeah, that you would get on a regular Monday.
Yeah, I always say give me a Happy Meal and I'm fine. Yeah.
I think like cooking at home or doing stuff like that for me is more.
Very true. I'm a hopeless romantic, so I love cooking dinner for two, wine, candles, bubble bath, but my bathtub's a shower, so it's hard to fit 3 people. I mean, 2 people in the shower.
You can make it work though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You got a lot of things in, yeah.
And I mean, really, how long are you going to spend in it? So,
yeah. Well, one of my coworkers, her and her boyfriend were going to go out for Valentine's Day. Reservations are already beyond booked up.
Yeah.
And the cheapest one they found was like $300 for the 2 of them. And that was just the deposit.
What?
Yes, they had wanted the deposit for whatever the restaurant was and stuff like that. So, and it was like, wow. I told her, I said, well, have him go to have a McDonald's, get you a Happy Meal, and go to a Motel 6 and do the
Some
thing.
Pepto? I know. Call it a night.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I know.
But she didn't like that idea.
No.
She wanted something romantic, so.
Yeah. Like a truck stop. You worked at a truck stop, right?
I did.
I meant to ask you that in the last episode. So
that was interesting. You know, I worked there for about a year, maybe a year and a half.
okay, but my question is, why did you work there? Because let me stop. Hold on. Because back in my drug days, back in drug days, I don't know why, but truck stops was just like this really taboo, hot thing in my mind that all this crazy fun stuff was going on, and there was just
It's not as hot as you would think it is.
not like Valentine's Day.
Oh, no.
No.
It's nasty. I worked there for like a year and a half because during COVID, you know, my job that I worked at got shut down.
Yeah.
So just to have a job, I took something,
Oh,
you know.
naturally, a truck stop.
Yeah. And you see a lot of interesting things. I had a few people, kind of, hey, I'm in truck number whatever, come check on me out and, knock on my door. And I'm like, okay.
Wait, how did they send that to you? Did they like text you or call the front?
They just write me a note and slip it to me on the counter. And my boss would be like, did he just give you his number? And I said, yeah, he wants me to meet him at his truck. And she goes, go for it.
No, this is my love language. Okay. Go on. So how many, what do you call those, carts or?
I think I maybe had a couple, maybe.
Oh, I finally got a good one.
Oh, you get a nice creamy filling. Ooh.
He had a couple.
Maybe a couple, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was some of the wrong ones that kept giving me. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to have to look for it. Just, oh, yeah.
Okay.
And then you hear the life of the truck drivers because the things that go on in their rigs, they're on the road God knows how long. Well, they don't have no place to relieve themselves. So there's jugs of urine in their sleeper and stuff like that. So that's kind of that grossed me out. And some of them, they haven't showered in a couple of days.
Is that normal, though? Jugs of urine?
I think it is a normal thing.
But to keep it in there when he brings somebody back?
Yeah, because they're miles and miles without a rest stop or anything. So
but there's like 2 feet to the
they just pull over and go in the back sleeper and do their business. And their sleepers are pretty good size, though. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them have like a full size bed in there.
Yeah, I've actually been in one. It wasn't like a truck stop fantasy type thing, but
yeah, and so. But there was activities I think that went on in the shower area at the truck stop itself, because I work graveyard, so the microphone would go off. Well, the walkie-talkie would be like, "Okay, we need help in such and such. We need to get them out. They're past their time."
In Cargo Bay 2, Paul in Cargo Bay 2, Paul in Cargo Bay 2. Maybe that's why you're still single.
I know. Yeah. I think I always say I'm not picky, but I think I am.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am too. I don't know. Like I went on a date. Oh, have you ever done Facebook dating?
No, I thought about it, but
it's kind of cool. The only kind of cool thing about it for me was your friends won't show up on it. Like it'll show you all the people in the local area that are not your friends that are on the date. So it's not like your friends could be like, oh, there's fucking Jay again on another fucking app. You know what I mean? But the last one I got on it, it was just one date. Sorry, I'm eating that chocolate now.
Oh.
I know. The microphone's so funny. Paul's going to kill us. I hear feedback. I think I've been turning down the wrong microphone. We're going to get this. Don't worry. At least they don't have to cringe through us.
The G crew's going to be honest, and they're like, what is all that noise?
The crew. I know. No, but I went on this. So it's kind of like, I don't know. It's been a while, but there's a guy and he looked really, really hot. Hispanic, my, weakness.
Mm-hmm.
And I could kind of tell that they were probably old photos because there was all these young, really nice in shape photos. And then at the very end was like one kind of half face photo that was of an older person. You can tell it was him. Okay. And I was like, okay, he's living in his glorious days. But I was maybe feeling it or something. So I was like, hey, you want to hang out? And we had planned for him to come down to Midtown because that's where I live. We were going to meet for coffee and then, maybe kind of just walk around because I was like, I don't know, this is like Grindr. I mean, what are we going to do? So it was kind of weird to begin with because it was like on a Saturday. He was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it traffic. And I was like, traffic on a Saturday? And then it's where the Naked Coffee is on 15th and I don't know what street that is. It's like, but there's a park right there.
Okay.
And so I was sitting inside and waiting for him. And then I get a text. He's like, hey, do you mind coming out to the park? I'm a little nervous. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. And I go across the street and I walk. I'm like, there's nobody in this park. Where's this guy talking about? Did he? And then I see this guy peek his head around the kind of the bathroom building. And I was like, and he peeks out again. And then he comes running real quick up to me. And I was like, oh my God. And the first thing he says is he's like, you look exactly like your photo.
No.
Yeah,
no
you
kidding.
don't. That's the whole point. You're supposed to look like your photo. What are you talking about? So that was like, okay, I'm done with this. This is so fucking weird. And we just walked around for like 20 minutes until I was like, okay, bye.
Look at the time. I got to go.
delete. Back to Scruff where I just ghost everybody.
Yeah.
I feel bad. So yeah, that's my dating life.
Oh, I know. It's kind of pathetic.
I need to make more effort to get out there.
I know. They say good things come to those who wait, so.
Something very good better be coming my way.
I know. It's going to be cobwebs.
I know. It'll be retirement is what's coming my way.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
No, but I do have a couple that I talk to a lot, and we always say we're going to meet up and everything, but it just doesn't happen yet. So
Yeah, I know. Hookups. Back in the day.
I know.
Girl. And I wouldn't even have to get on an app. I would just go to the bar. Right? Remember that? You just go to the bar, get drunk, and wake up and be like, oh, I must have had sex because I'm naked.
Yeah, I know. How did this happen? Hope I enjoyed it.
I know. Hope they did. Hope they don't kill me. One time I woke up completely tucked into my bed and my doors were all locked inside. I had no idea how that happened.
Wow.
I was in Vegas. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. I did that one time. I woke up on the floor completely naked and half the drag on, and my dog was laying on the floor next to me.
Licking your balls.
Yeah. The door was locked too, so I don't know what happened.
It's probably you.
Hope I
probably
enjoyed it.
raped yourself.
Luckily, I had the day off afterwards.
Yeah, right. To try and figure it out.
I know.
Piece it all together.
Yeah, it was a drag night, and went home to my apartment that I was living in and took the dogs for a walk in full drag.
Yeah.
And come back, and I started taking drag off, and that was the last I remember. And then they woke up, and the dogs were laying there, and I'm on the floor naked and half my drag face on.
But that's not the last time it happened, I'm sure.
No. I even had one time a guy that I talked to, he lived in Old Sacramento, and how he found out where I lived, I do not know, because we didn't exchange addresses or anything. I mean, I knew where he lived because I went over there for dinner, but I never told him where I lived. And I think it was like 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the morning one morning. I had lived in a building that you had to have I had to come down and let you in. Well, he got into my building and knocked on my door, and my dogs were throwing a fit. I'm like, what the hell? Who's at my door? And I go to the peephole, and it's him. And he goes, I found where you lived, and I was missing you. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. Thank you. How'd you get in? Oh, the door was open. And I was just like, okay. And then he goes, well, can I come in? I just want to cuddle.
Fuck no.
And I was just like, I said, okay. And I couldn't go back to sleep. I was like, okay, you can cuddle all you want, but you ain't getting nothing. And then I had to be at work the next morning, so I didn't go back to sleep. And I said, well, hey, you need to find your way home. He had walked all the way from Old Sacramento to, I think I lived on 28th and something, 28th and Capitol, I think. And he goes, oh, okay. And that was the last I seen of him. And I was like, that was kind of freaky.
That is freaky.
Yeah.
I can't tell if I figured out the microphone finally. Oh, well. We have episode 3 to redeem again and figure this out. Plus, I blame Polly for not being here. No, he's in our hearts. He's our production manager.
Yes, I know.
And if this is crap, we'll just do this next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So bad.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to talk about, really, because love is not my strong suit.
I know.
Right.
We say we're going to make notes, but we don't. So we're winging it today.
We are, yeah. But we do have a couple notes of some upcoming events.
Yes, we do. You can join us and the Do Crew at our first of Thursday of every month bingo at Mango's down in Midtown. And the next date is going to be on March 6th from 7 to 9-ish, because it is a school night.
Oh, that's the first.
It's the first Thursday of March. Can you believe March is almost here?
No, didn't we just do bingo last week?
Yes, we did.
But we have a brunch coming up too.
Yes.
That's in March?
Yeah. No, Big Day of Giving's in May.
No, brunch.
Drag brunch is 2 days later on March 9th.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so
So
everybody can join us for our very first brunch.
Yes. Maybe we could maybe we can take some of the podcast there and, maybe do an interview with a couple of people.
Maybe.
We could try that.
Try that.
So we'll have some out-of-town queens there to, entertain.
Any names yet? Or do you feel comfortable saying that yet? Or are you going to hold off until...
I'm going to hold off because I don't know if they'd be comfortable with that.
Yeah. Plus, drag queens last minute could be...
Yeah. I have a drag queen coming in from Fresno. A drag queen coming in from Fresno, and then another one from Stockton. And then we have a local drag king, which is one of our old school drag kings.
Oh, that'll be fun. Who's that?
Well, I can't remember what her boy name is, but I hope I can mention her real name, Tina Reynolds from Uptown Studios. She's an old Drag King when they first got in started here in Sacramento. And so
we have plenty of time to censor that in case.
that's true. We can always, bleep that out part,
Yeah, Miss Reynolds.
And then I think, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence are going to be there.
Oh, that'll be fun.
And so we're going to make and we're also going to be entertaining. So that's something we don't normally do at bingo. So the drag queens will be coming out doing a lip syncing of a number.
Yeah, but we're going to need to change that. We need to do more.
More is always better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's drag queen bingo, right? They don't
Yes.
just come to see a drag queen. They see the experience. So
Yeah.
that's what we're trying to improve.
It's not very often grandma gets to entertain on that type of level.
Well, I heard you were practicing backflips and stuff. So next time it's going to be a little bit more dynamic.
Yes. Grandma does a
cartwheels.
backflip, and that's only the privacy of my own bedroom.
And by a backflip, I mean you just flip backwards onto your bed.
Onto the bed with a lot of pillows.
Right.
A lot of padding.
A lot of yeah. You already have it on, so you might as well, right?
That's
it's just
true,
a safe fall.
true,
Yeah.
true.
I don't fall. Well, this has been fun as always.
Yes, always.
Please listen in, continue to support us and cheer us on. Give us feedback on how we can improve it, because I know we can always. We're just amateurs.
Follow us on Instagram on What's DoMe Doing.
So Instagram is at What's DoMe's Doing?
Yes. What's DoMe Doing?
And there's no like ones or anything weird after that?
I don't believe so. The Instagram, it just says What's DoMe Doing.
I think that says what DoMe does.
Oh, what DoMe does. DoMe does, excuse me. I don't have my glasses on anyways.
Give me your pad. Here, let me see the notes. Okay.
I am old,
Yeah. Okay, so you can email us at whatdomedoes@gmail.com. You can follow us on Instagram at whatdomedoes1. See, it does have a number.
Yeah, it does have a number.
What DoMe Does must have already been taken. So What DoMe Does 1 at Instagram. And then for these, obviously, is going to be on YouTube. What DoMe Does.
That's true. And give us some feedback, good things and bad things, preferably good things.
I prefer the bad. I love hearing the
Well, I like being bad, but
I hate hearing myself, so I'm not going to listen to this episode. I'm going to be honest, I didn't listen to the last one.
Yeah, I know. I was
But I don't know.
Ooh,
I don't listen because it was bad. I just hate listening to myself. And then I got all this feedback. I was like, I'm definitely not listening to it now, but we're going to make it better.
And my roommate goes, "You were nervous." I said, "Really? Was I?"
You were really fucking nervous.
And he goes, "Yeah, you were." And I said, then I looked at it again. I said, "Oh yeah, I guess I was."
You'll get comfortable.
Oh yeah.
I feel more comfortable like this. No offense, Paul, when you listen to this, but the video just throws me off. Like if I'm being watched, I can't do
That's true. It's like I like group activities, but I don't like to be too much
it.
watched.
Usually the lights are off. Yeah, I know. But so anyways, all right. So we're going to wrap it up. Any last words?
No, just want to make sure everybody follows us and enjoys what we're doing. And if you have any suggestions or what you wanted to hear us talk about, give us a feedback.
Let us know.
Awesome.
See you
Thank
next time.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.